Yo, what's going on, guys? I'm FlipArtz, and we're back here on Fortnite, taking a look at the Battle Pass challenges for week number 1 here of Fortnite Season 6. That is right, guys. We are finally here into the Season 6 of Fortnite, which has been absolutely insane. I've already completed all of my challenges, but of course, for those of you guys that don't know about the challenges, for those of you guys that haven't been able to go and complete your challenges just yet, today in this video, we are going to be going over every single challenge that you guys have to go and work towards, as well as how much each one is going to be worth, and of course, how to complete them for the in particular ones that need a little bit more explanation. So without further ado, let's get into all of the 7 challenges here for the Battle Pass challenges of week 1 for Season 6. So to start things off here, this is going to be your very first challenge. It's going to be worth 5 Battlestar points towards your Battle Pass, or if you guys are already at tier 100, if you guys bought your way there for your Battle Pass at tier 100, this is going to be worth 500 XP instead. This here is to pick up a legendary item in different matches, and there's 3 of them that you need to go through to complete it. Now this might be a little bit confusing, but essentially what this means is that you need to pick up 1 legendary item per match 3 times. So basically, one time you go in there, you get a legendary weapon, you hop out of the match, you go into another one, you hop out of the match. It doesn't matter if you pick up multiple legendary items in one match, it needs to just be at least 1 into that match 3 different times. Now what's actually kind of crazy about this, my friend actually showed me this when we were doing our live stream here, when we were going to promote for Season 6 and, you know, be very excited for Season 6 on launch, is that you guys can actually use a legendary weapon when you guys are in the pre-game lobby, right before it ships you guys out onto the actual Fortnite island. When you guys are on the stationary island there, and you guys can go and like shoot everybody and see everyone and dance around and stuff like that, if you find a legendary item on the ground there, you can actually pick it up and it will count as picking up a legendary item in a match. So I guess that's a little bit of a pro tip if you guys are looking for a quick way to try to get this one done, and you guys are, you know, kind of afraid that you don't get the good RNG from opening chests or finding good loot on the floor or in supply drops or anything like that. You guys can go to your pre-game lobby as you guys are waiting for all 100 players to load in, and if you find that orange coated weapon, that legendary item, you guys can pick it up and it will count towards this challenge. Now moving on to our second challenge here, this is going to be worth 5 Battlestar points as well, or 500 XP. This here is to regain health from a cozy campfire, and you just need to regain 150 points worth of HP. Now I found this challenge pretty easy to do. For whatever reason, I felt like cozy campfires are very common these days. I don't know if it's been buffed up for the amount of drop rate of how many cozy campfires are going to drop per match or anything, but for me, I felt like it was pretty easy to do, and I always felt like for whatever reason I wasn't really losing that much HP. So if you guys do find yourself with a cozy campfire, what you guys can do is build yourself up to at least 4 or 5 ramps going up, and that should assure you that you are going to be losing at least between 40 to 50 HP. If you guys actually jump off the 5th one, you can lose a little bit more HP instead of walking off the edge of it instead, but either way, you're going to be losing a lot of HP that way. Then you guys can go ahead and use your cozy campfire as well. That's what me and my friend decided to do when we were trying to go completing these challenges. It just felt like the easier thing to do, especially when you find one and there's not really much things going on, especially if you also are just trying to get your challenges completed other than trying to actually win the match. Now for your third challenge here, this is going to be worth 3 Battlestar points, but it's going to be one of those challenges that we saw from last season where they have multiple stages, and this one is actually going to have 3 different stages that you guys can go through, and because I've already completed all of these challenges already, I'm going to be able to tell you guys exactly what these stages are. So this is going to be worth 3 Battlestar points, or 300 XP, give or take. The first stage of this challenge is going to be to search for chests, and you need to find 3 of them. After you manage to find 3 chests, you guys can go to the next stage, which is going to be to go and find 2 supply drops, or search for 2 supply drops and open them up. After you guys get to stage 2 and you complete finding those, you're going to be going to your third and final stage, which is going to be to search for a loot llama, which honestly for me, I am not lucky when it comes to looking for loot llamas. They just never come to me, and when I feel like I don't need them, they just happen to show up. So I was literally looking for a loot llama for almost 3 hours until I finally ended up finding one. Of all places to even find a loot llama, it was inside Tilted Towers, which is absolutely insane. But this is going to be a pretty tough challenge if you guys aren't going to be able to get that RNG luck in finding that loot llama. Chests are pretty easy to do because you only need to find 3 of them. If it comes to going for supply drops and you don't want to do them in solos, duos, or in squads, you guys can go into any kind of LTM like soaring 50s that we have at the moment, completing that challenge there. But when it comes to the llamas, there's no really kind of way to kind of force a llama to spawn in for you, or like foolproof have a system where a llama will always spawn in this particular location. Unfortunately for me, it took like 3 hours until I was able to actually find one. In all places, it was at Tilted Towers, which is kind of insane. So, you know, this one is going to be a little bit of a difficult challenge. I found this one to be actually the hardest one among all the other ones in this set of challenges. Now moving on to our fourth challenge here. This is going to be worth 5 Battlestar points towards your battle pass, or 500 XP. This here is to apply shields, which basically just means to use or consume anything that will give you shields. So mushrooms, mini potions, half potions, anything like that, even a chug jug, and you need to consume 500 points worth of shield. Now this is actually pretty easy to do. If you guys are trying to just go and get some quick shots into your shields, you guys can go into the Dusty Divot, go to the bottom, and go all out on those blue mushrooms. Of course, if you guys find minis or half shields, anything like that, as you guys are progressing in your game, you guys are going to be able to get this one completed fairly quickly as well. This is going to be one of those challenges you're not really going to think about because it's going to pretty much complete itself. Now coming in for our fifth challenge here, this is going to be weird at first because it's going to say it's worth 1 Battlestar, but what's actually going on is that it's a 5-stage or a 5-part type of challenge, kind of like the one we saw before with the 3 stages for the chest, then the supply drop, and the loot llama. This one here is going to be a 5-stage, 5-part challenge where each one is going to be worth 1 Battlestar apiece, in total giving you guys 5 Battlestar points towards your battle pass. This challenge sets here are going to be to land at particular locations. So for the first one, it's going to be to land at Junk Junction. For stage 2, it's going to be to land at Tomato Temple. For stage 3, it's going to be to land at Tilted Towers. For the 4th stage, it's going to be to land at Fatal Fields. And then for the 5th and final stage of this challenge, it's going to be to land at Flush Factory. Now, the way this challenge works is that you actually have to land there. It doesn't mean that you guys can go, for example, to Salty Springs and then walk your way into Flush Factory or Fatal Fields or anything like that. Literally, the first place that your feet touch the ground at the start of the match is when you guys are going to have to go to land at these particular places. So for example, again, let's just say that you're on stage 1 and it says to land at Junk Junction. You can't go and land over at Haunted Hills or Lazy Links and then make your way to Junk Junction, because then that's going to just be you visiting a different location. So as soon as your match starts, you have to recognize which of the locations you have to land at, and then you have to actually place your feet on that particular area. So again, you can't go outside of it. You have to land at the actual stage. If you visit that place later for that challenge, it's not going to work. So make sure at the start of the match, no matter where it is, if you want to get this one done, you go towards the actual location that the challenge tells you to go to. Now coming in for challenge number 6, this is going to be worth 10 Battlestar points towards your battle pass, or basically 1 full tier, or 1000 XP. This here is to dance under different street light spotlights, which is going to be a little bit of a new thing that they added to the game, and there's 7 of them that you guys need to go to. Now essentially what these street light spotlights are is that it's not actually a spotlight, but it's actually just a street light that has these speakers around it. It's kind of weird that it's called a spotlight, even though, you know, the street light has a spotlight on it, but basically you have these street lights that have these speakers around them. It's going to play some music. All you got to do is go up to them, and then you guys have to dance. I will have a separate video here on the channel to give you guys all the different locations and the fastest way to get a lot of them done in a single match when possible. But again, all you got to do is find these different street light spotlights, go and dance in front of them, and then you're going to be able to go and complete part of this challenge all the way until you get all 7 of them done. If you guys want to get the nitty gritty and not watch the longer video and be more in depth in the exact locations where you guys got to go, where you guys can go to get this one done is the soccer field outside Tilted Towers. There's 2 inside of Tilted Towers, as well as 1 near the factories, near Flush Factory. It's kind of where that disco club area is. There's 1 at the gas station, kind of between the Lucky Landing and Paradise Palms area. There's also 1 at Fatal Fields, and there's also 1 at Retail Row. Now coming in for our last and final challenge here, this is also going to be worth 10 Battlestar points towards your battle pass, or 1 full tier right there, or 1000 XP. This here is to eliminate opponents in different name locations, and you need to eliminate opponents in 5 different locations. So as much as this challenge is pretty self-explanatory, I will go a little bit more in depth here to help you guys out. Essentially what this means is, for example, if you guys go and land at Tilted Towers for the first time and you guys go and kill somebody, that will count as 1 elimination for the different name locations here to get this challenge completed. That's going to be 1 out of 5. If you guys lose or die or whatever it is in that match there, and then you guys go back to Tilted again and kill someone else on your next match, it's not going to count. So you guys got to go somewhere else, like Salty Springs, the floating island, anything like that. It's got to be somewhere that you haven't killed someone before. Honestly, I feel like this is going to be something pretty easy to do, especially since you guys are going to be just moving from circle to different locations anyway, so this one shouldn't be that much of a big deal. But with that, that's going to be every single challenge here for week 1 of the Battle Pass challenges here for Fortnite Season 6. Honestly, Season 6 is looking really promising right now. There's so much new customizations. There's so much new crazy stuff going on right now. Especially, who would have thought that Loot Lake would turn into a floating island? A lot of people thought it was going to become a volcano or something, but now there's a cube all the way at the bottom of it. It just looks freaking crazy, like it's something from like an MMORPG or something. It looks pretty insane. A lot of crazy stuff is going on right now, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more crazy things to come. Let me know your thoughts down in the comments below. Are you guys hyped for Season 6? Do you guys like what you see so far, or do you guys not like what you see right now? Let me know all your thoughts and comments down in the comments below. But with that said, hopefully I was able to help you guys out with today's video, and hopefully you guys enjoyed it. If you guys did, remember to drop that like, subscribe if you guys haven't already, turn on post notifications here on the channel by hitting the bell icon below, and follow me on Twitter to stay up to date on everything going on regarding my videos, my channel, my streams, and myself. And of course, guys, if you didn't know already, we stream a lot of Fortnite here on the channel at youtube.com/FlipArtz, as well as over on Twitch at twitch.tv/FlipArtzLive. Everything you need to know is going to be down in the description below. Make sure you guys have notifications turned on here on YouTube, as well as over on Twitter, as well as over on Twitch. That way, whenever I'm streaming or upload a new video, you don't miss out on that notification, and you guys can be a part of the notification squad, notification gang, as soon as the video or stream goes live and goes up. So hopefully I'll be able to see you guys there in the comments section and in the chat of my videos and my upcoming streams. Hopefully you guys enjoyed today's video. Thank you guys for watching. Catch you on the flip side. Arts out.